All right, man. We back with another episode, Puff Pass. You know what I'm saying?
on?
Here with Sean. Got a very, very special guest right here. One that I've definitely been excited to get on the podcast. My man Reggie, also known as Insanely Dope Designs.
Insanely dope. Thanks,
How's it
bro.
going, man?
Chilling, man. Just working hard. Same old, same old.
Word. Always
sticking to
working.
the grind. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
25-8.
Glad to have you up in here, man. As you see, we got these beautiful pieces of work right here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Explain
dope.
to the people what we got here, man. This is some crazy shit right here.
Yeah. So I made these a few months ago, and basically, this is a collection called Our Soldiers. So if you notice, that's why I put King, Hustle, and they put
That's
I
hard.
got the hearts. Yeah. So I put the helmets on them. And basically, it represents individuals who dedicated their lives to bettering the community.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Dope.
But as a result of gun violence, they passed away.
Right.
So that's why I got Malcolm over there too. So, feel me? It's kind of consistent with the story.
Definitely.
But it's like the same result. It's crazy. Years later, that was in the 60s, right?
Right.
And now we in 2020.
2020.
Yeah,
It's the same,
same stuff
it's the same
happening.
like cycle, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, pay homage, of course, and make it fly at the same
Definitely
time.
some dope pieces.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is just like a fraction of all the work that you got going on and all the stuff that you you got.
Yeah, we'll
you got
post
right now.
we'll post like his Instagram and stuff in the bio so you can check out his artwork.
So like, kind of tell us a little bit about what you have going on. I mean, you're definitely an artist. You know what I mean? Definitely up and coming out of the Baltimore area. How long have you been doing this? Because I mean, you got tons of shit, tons of content.
Man, it's crazy because I'm working all the time, so I really be forgetting. But I mean, I probably been sticking at it constantly, probably for like 4 or 5 years, I think, something like that.
And how old are you now? You're
24.
24.
Yeah,
okay.
I turned 25.
I got you. I got a couple questions because like I'm an artist, but I never got into painting myself.
For real?
But so you didn't start painting till literally just like 5 years ago? Like
Nah,
you
I've
just
been
picked
in
it up?
my whole life.
Oh, all right. I'm about to say, wait, what?
Nah.
Damn,
I've been
okay.
in the
as
whole
far
life.
as like your own brand, kind of like
Right,
Oh,
really doing
alright.
art shows
Yeah,
and
art
really
shows,
selling
networking,
artwork.
shit like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this crazy. I can really do this. But I had won like citywide competitions when I was young in elementary school and different things where I was like, okay,
crazy.
that's cool. But you little, it's just
Right.
a drawing. You're not really taking it serious. Like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do in life.
What made you tap into that? Like, was at an early age, was it just like, did you have the coloring books? Like, was you just like the art, that was just something that always there? You just like to draw, shit like that? Or is
Yeah,
there
it was-
anything specific or anybody that got you like into that?
Nah, I think it was just one of those things I gravitated towards. At an early age, I feel like some people, they hoop.
Yeah.
Some people do football. I was just the art guy.
Yeah.
You feel me? That was my thing, but I didn't really tap into it until I got older, and now it's it's much larger. But
Right.
it's
Were you
all
athletic
good.
though in school, or you?
Yeah, I
just
played a couple
strictly the
sports. I
art-
played
you
basketball,
grew?
football, flag football. Yeah,
That's dope.
for a couple years.
What
And then
position
once
you
I
played
got to
football?
high school, receiver. Yeah,
Right.
outside I was always the quarterback because I had a little height, but.
Word.
Yeah, it was dope. But once I got to high school, I started working, like, fell in love with the money.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a job. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Definitely,
I'm not trying to go to the league.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right,
Trying to buy these
Trying
new
to get some
J's.
money. Yeah, definitely, man.
For real.
So you from Baltimore, born and raised? Like this is where
Yeah,
you're
born
from?
and raised.
Where-
Yeah. Born and raised.
What's
trying
up?
to make it to
West
Cali.
Baltimore?
Yeah,
No,
Northwest.
Got you.
Yeah.
So this part of town.
Yeah,
Nice,
not
man.
too far. Closer to the plaza.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dope here. I done spent some time here, so I'm definitely ready to go. But
Yeah.
I definitely want to make an impact and try to do some things before I leave too. I
Yeah.
don't just
That's
want to
dope.
desert my people. Yeah, so
For sure.
Is painting just like the main thing you do? Do you like draw and stuff like that too?
yeah, I'm starting to get back into sketching. Like I just got a sketchbook, so
Word.
I'm starting to do that. But I paint mostly, so
You
I
ever-
paint on canvas, paint on jackets. Like I did a jumper for ASAP Yams mom for Yams Day. So
That's dope.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to get into
That's
that
hard.
shit. Too. Yeah, for sure.
Yo,
You ever tried digital art? Like
nah,
that shit?
I'm thinking about grabbing one of those iPads though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I do want to try it. I just want to see how that goes.
yeah. I think the
I got the
process is
programs
dope.
for this shit. So.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do Photoshop. On
Yeah,
the
because
computer.
I got all
but-
that type Photoshop, Adobe, like that whole Adobe suite. But
Mhm.
so I had the programs, I just haven't tried it yet.
Right.
Right.
Is there anything like that like inspires you to paint, like anything like specific, whether it be like in something that like you like to paint more than others? I know you do the portraits and all that. Kind of what makes you decide what, you know, your favorite like kind of path to take as far as the painting goes?
Man, it's usually just like what I'm feeling. You know, sometimes I like to sit down and concentrate, so I might do a portrait. But sometimes I just like to kick back and just make something wild, like an abstract with colors. So I like to use a lot of spray paint. Sometimes I just like being free-minded, sit down and just sketch whatever comes to my mind and just flow. You know, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but
That's cool.
painting is dope. I just like the flow, and what I can do with the colors is, it feels good.
Yeah, there's so many different ways you could take it. Like, you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Take a painting.
Yeah, like when I draw, like eventually my hands start to hurt.
Right,
like painting is a little bit more free.
It's a little bit more free. Yeah, free flowing.
That's pretty
No
cool.
doubt.
Yeah. It's definitely fun, you know, something I do every day. Like I said, I teach too, so I'm in there painting all day with them. Then I go home or to the studio, whatever it is, I'm painting or I'm at a show.
Do you have like a little setup in your crib, like where you paint? Like, is it like?
Most definitely, yeah. You gotta have a vibe, right?
Yeah,
That's the key. Like the studio is a key part to the element.
For
like,
sure.
You
Are
know,
you cranking on specific tunes? Like, you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on,
Like,
bro.
right.
You already know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like spaces affect how people feel. Like, for example, you know, you walk into some schools, and I don't know if you ever been into a correctional institution, but it's kind of that same vibe. It's because, you know, you got the white walls, you got the cement, you got the bricks. So it's bigger than just like, I gotta paint my studio or hang some paintings up. It's like, nah, I need this to be a vibe. So when I come here, I can escape from the world and create some stuff so I can put it back out into the world. So,
Sure.
yeah.
This is a major key right there.
Yeah.
Vital.
You gotta have your
definitely have to have that space.
the lights. Like I like my blue lights. I gotta have my lights on just to.
So do you ever get like, do you ever just have a day where like you try to like you like, oh, I'm gonna go paint something, but then like just nothing comes out, yo?
Often. Yeah, often. Just about every other day. A lot of times I gotta plan out projects. I can't like sit down and draw it out, then paint it. You feel me? Like I can do that on weekends when I got time to relax and take a break, but like fresh off work, like I gotta have things prepped so I can jump right into painting.
Yeah.
Versus like pulling out the canvas, sketching it out. Then I'm tired. I'm like, all right, I'm done for the night.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I try to do is like, you know, prepare things so I can work on projects effectively. Cause like I always got commissions weekly. Like I gotta ship stuff
You
out.
got due dates and all that shit. Yeah,
shows. I try to have collections for like certain seasons. Like I did this collection for prior to Black History Month, but I did the rollout on my website with the merch. So I just try to plan things accordingly. Man. That's a big key too.
Yeah, for sure.
Organization is key.
That's
so as far as like you said, so 5 years ago is when you kind of like, what was your first, you know, like maybe event or like, or first thing that you found about like, oh shit, yeah, I can go here and maybe like link up with people or at least show my art to somebody, you know what I mean? When was that?
It was.
Do you remember that specifically?
Yeah, I do. Cause I ain't selling nothing.
Yeah, where?
Yeah, but I kept going though. It was cool.
Yeah.
Cause the love I got, I was like, man, that's tough. I wasn't really like focused on the money at that time because I was still in school. I was working, so it wasn't really like a main thing. It was just like a hobby. But it was the St. Pablo Art Show. I can't remember the location, but it was here downtown, and it was dope. I had about maybe like 15 pieces.
Okay.
Small canvases, probably like 8x11, 16x20. Not even stretch canvas, more like the panels, just the flat joints.
Yeah,
And I was
like,
hanging them up. Yeah, I had like a Kanye piece, a Wiz piece. You feel me? Just everybody. I knocked
What
them
year
out.
was this? Like,
I probably could go to my Instagram and check, but I'm thinking maybe like 2015.
Okay.
Something like that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now,
like
what would you say would be like your? I mean, so you brought out 15 pieces, but I mean, I'm sure you had work from way before then. I mean, was there a specific piece like your first like favorite piece, or like, you know, do you have a favorite piece that you've let go or commissioned?
Man, I did so much stuff. It's like I often forget.
Right.
Like which paintings I actually did. Like
you just working hard, man.
Man, people send me stuff. I'm like, I did that.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
it's crazy. It's crazy.
So have you ever like like somebody ever like asked for a piece of some shit, or you ever painted something, and then like wish you didn't have to sell it. Like, damn, I really don't even want, you know what I mean? Like, get this away, yo. Like, this shit just belong in the living room or something. Like, you ever had to do that? Like, or how often would you say you feel like that happen?
It definitely happens often. 'Cause I guess that's just me working hard and always trying to make sure my next paint is better than my last. So I'm like, man, it's crazy. This look better than everybody like this one, but this right here is like, That's like sick. I started using the epoxy to give it that flash. Finish. Yeah, so that's definitely helpful. Different things like that to try to not necessarily change what I'm doing, but just enhance it.
Right.
So that's another tip in whatever you might be doing, whether it's fashion, music. You might have something good, but just keep working on it, or just enhance it, or flip it a couple ways. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard to recreate or create something brand new. Yeah. Sometimes you can just take something and tweak it a little bit.
Yeah. Make something brand new.
Exactly. Work with what you got.
Right.
Dropping gems.
Now, as far as kind of like, tapping into the community and learning like how, the importance of networking, getting out there and stuff, and realizing like there's so much money to be made in art. You know what I mean? For somebody who might be doing that like in school and taking an art degree, but might, not know where to go to even do some shit, but they have a whole bunch of art. Yeah. What are the ways that you, figured out how to tap into the community? Because you definitely tapped in, man. Yeah. Like doing a sip and paint here, doing the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Painting with the kids. Like,
yeah, that's an interesting process.
Right.
Man, you know what? It's crazy because I didn't even go to school for art.
Right.
Like, I had a couple art classes when I was young, but in college and high school, I didn't really take art.
Right. So
I feel like a lot of the stamina that I have with my drive is just coming from natural, like just being a natural born hustler, pretty much. You feel me? Like when I was in middle school, I was selling trail mix to my teachers.
Word.
Yeah, like,
That's funny.
In high school, it snowed. We was outside shoveling. Like, I'm trying to get some new sneakers.
Right,
I wasn't making racks, It was a few dollars, maybe $70.
Get some clothes,
it was something. I'm not trying, I want to have some money in my pocket.
Right.
So now it's just like, bro, I can sell art. This is crazy. Because I'm just at home just
doing it anyway.
Man.
just your mind.
In my mind. I'm going to do this. Like, when I did that mural last summer, that was crazy. Because I was just like, I didn't even know if I could do a face that big.
Right.
And I did it in one day. I was like,
in one day.
Yeah.
What goes into that? Because I'm sure it's not like, or it could be. You just pick a spot. It's not just you just go pick a spot and do a whole mural.
Right. Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot that goes into that.
That's a good question.
Right?
You can, but that's more so for the respect.
Right.
Like I would do that. I'm thinking about some things about doing some murals. I can't say too much, but just for the respect of the person that I have, I want to throw them up on the wall so everybody else can see. But something like the ones that I did, a business actually contacted me, and they have approval, either that being ownership of the building or permission from the city.
From the city, okay.
Right.
Gotcha,
one I did here on Bel Air Road, they had permission from the city through an organization, the Bel Air Edison Neighborhood Community.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So it was a business.
Did they fund it? Like, did they help you get the paint? Or like, did they fund the paint?
Yeah,
like
most
that?
definitely. I'm not coming out of pocket for none of that.
Right.
But yeah, the city set a budget, and they based on whatever you need or how big it is, it's up to you.
Yeah, that's just sick.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can do. You lock in. You can have that shit finished in a day. Like,
that one.
Big it. Yeah.
Yeah, the people did the background. I came in and did the face probably in like, I want to say 6 hours.
Yeah,
nice.
From start to finish.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You could take that shit so many places. Like, if I own this fucking building, I'm about to have you do this whole fucking wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real though.
Go into people's houses and shit. Like,
it's crazy.
That would be sick, man.
I was in a show in Brooklyn last summer, early June. And it was a new event. Like, I never did it before. It was called the Entrepreneur Fest. So they had visual artists, fashion designers, different things, different brands. And I remember seeing this guy walk by, and he was just kind of looking at my stuff. I'm like, I try to always be observant, so I'm just watching him from afar. But he ain't look like he was, danger or anything, but he just looked interested. So eventually I walked over to him and said something to him, and he was like, yeah, you know what, let's go outside and talk. And he owned a building in the venue.
The event was going on?
Yeah, and they had just opened up. He wanted me to do a mural. Probably the next Friday. That was Saturday. The next Friday I was up there.
Yeah, working.
Painting a mural.
Right.
My first mural.
Right.
In Brooklyn, New York. That was crazy.
Wow.
I'm like,
Wow. First one.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn, not
And
even
you
in
wouldn't even
Baltimore.
expect, like, it was just some out of
What was it?
nowhere
crazy.
type shit.
Soccer roof.
Okay.
Yeah, so they be up there jamming because it's in New York. So they don't really, I mean, they have parks, but it's not as accessible like here. So having that indoor soccer facility,
Yeah.
everybody want to go.
That's crazy. So what were you painting? Like, was it just like?
It was a more like an abstract piece,
Okay.
and then on the front it said "Diversity is our strength."
Got you.
So that's just a mantra that they, you know.
Is that all spray paint? Like.
Yeah, all cans.
Yeah. How many cans
Yeah.
like, you got to get? Like,
Man,
you probably
I
going
don't
through
even know.
hundreds.
That's
Like,
it's crazy.
probably going through like
yeah.
50 cans.
Yeah, and I wasn't even thinking I should have saved them.
Right.
I should have saved them. Cause like that's just I don't know. I could have did something with those and created a piece. Like,
Yeah.
this represents that mural.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
feel me?
That'd be
Like,
hard.
that would be crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Next
that
time
in
you do a
mind.
mural, now you know.
Yep. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
So then, kind of going off
And it's just
that.
be interested to see how many cans it was.
Right. That's
Right.
just crazy.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Kind of going off that topic too, like, you know, with the networking. I've seen, you know, if you follow your Instagram, you've made some pretty significant connections, you know, over the past couple of years since you've been doing this. I mean, like you said, you just mentioned like how you did a jumpsuit for Yams, ASAP Yams' mother.
Yeah, his mother. Yep,
You know,
yep.
I've seen you present pictures. I've seen pictures you presented a picture to Wiz, purple hair Wiz
Oh
days.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Swiss Beats.
Mm-hmm.
The late Nipsey Hussle.
Pretty awesome.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that shit must have been crazy, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
that-
you know,
I can't
you
even
know,
lie. That Nip situation was wild.
That
Like,
shit's surreal.
I was literally in the house painting, went outside to take a break, and I was listening to 92Q. They don't play West Coast music. I listen to West Coast music. And I was like, damn, they playing Nip. Next thing I know, they was like, you know, they explained what happened. And I went on Instagram, and I was like, this is crazy. Just because I had been such a big fan and just a support of what he did, and just seeing all of that, you know, the world got to see a lot of what he did after he passed
the
away.
fact, yeah.
But I was aware of that prior, so I'm like, man, like I was getting all of that game. Then to meet him and get a little game was crazy, bro.
Yo.
Yeah.
So tell us about that experience
you
of
gotta
meeting.
tell us
Like,
about that
not
shit,
everybody just met Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
We're
It
able
was
to like
dope.
present them like some strong work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some
That was
strong
one of the
work.
pieces I wish I would have kept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody got those?
Yeah, I gave him one.
Oh yeah, you gave him. So which
Yeah.
one did you give him? Did you kept one?
It was crazy. So this how it happened, right? I don't know what year that was. That was a victory lap tour. I think 2018, because he died last year, right? It's almost been a
he
year.
died 2019.
Yeah.
That was 2019,
In
right?
March it'll be a
Believe
year.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yep,
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Next
crazy.
month. That's crazy.
It'll be a year in March. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
That's wild.
It's wild.
Right.
Yeah. But, you know, I hit his peoples up on Instagram.
Just
And they-
just off the shit. Like, what was it? His manager, like, or was it? Was
Yeah,
it his brother?
his manager.
'Cause
You know,
his fam was like, it's like some of his, like, was his brother's manager, like his best friend was. I don't know. Like, how'd you know who to go through first?
just being observant.
Yeah.
Yeah, just paying attention, you know. And it's crazy because the guy I reached out to, who was his tour manager, you know, amongst a lot of other things, I don't want to discredit his work, but he had reached back out to me, and just doing some research, he actually got an art gallery in LA.
Wow.
So for me to reach out saying, yeah, I got this, I'm a big fan, he
Wow.
like,
It's nothing.
Yeah.
I love this shit already.
exactly,
Yeah.
you never know. But
That's crazy.
most of the
Yeah.
connections, I met, I hit Top Dog Son off Instagram right before I went to the J-Rock show. I'm like, can I bring this in? He like, yeah, you good. Simple. Instagram, bro.
Yeah. But did you, so like, before Nipsey, like, did you already have some connection? You already had probably presented Wiz the painting, right? Like, did you?
I can't remember, to
Who
be
was the
honest
first
with you.
person that you painted that you actually presented it to them?
You know what? I think it was Nip.
Was it Nipsey?
And then the same summer, my man hit me. He like, yeah, you know, Wiz gonna be at 92Q. Let me grab that painting. And it was simple. Like, I literally just got off work just in enough time to catch him walking out of the building.
And you had already
to
had
get
that
into the
painting
van.
painted, right? He was in his purple hair phase too. Yeah.
Yeah. I met Wiz a couple years before that at a show.
Okay.
Like I was a big Wiz fan
Yeah.
in high school.
Same.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that was crazy. And just that summer was wild. I met J-Rock, Wiz, Nip, I think Don Kennedy. I mess with Don, that's my bro.
You have any paintings? Did you do anything with him?
Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed one.
You
I
got some
still
more?
have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a so when I met Nipsey, I forgot.
Shit,
See,
yo.
I started talking, but
Nah, you good.
when I first tried to make that happen with his manager, we was down DC at the same venue at the Fillmore. And I met up with his manager, it was all good. I called him. He was like, all right, you bet we gonna do that. But when he finished performing, they went out, they like left right off stage. So I don't even know what happened, but kind of just fell through. And a year later is the Victory Lap tour. Now I got the painting that I made and a new one.
Yeah.
So that's just, one of those lessons you can't give up, because then if I'd have went the first time, I only had one. He probably would have had that. Now I have 2 paintings. I can give him one and he can sign one. Now I got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I can't
Worked
really
out,
put a
yo.
price
Worked
on
out
it.
for the better.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Definitely can't give up.
Do you know if that painting made the gallery? Like, is it in the gallery? You know where it's at? Is it in? It's just
Last
in
time I saw it,
the Hustle Estate.
it might be.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I'm gonna definitely try to figure that out. But last time I checked, I don't know if you're familiar with his crew, but his buddy Adam put it on his Instagram. He was on the tour bus. So I don't know. Maybe it's at the store.
Right.
Maybe it's at one of their cribs. It was just dope that was in there.
And which one did you get? Because I know you had the Slauson cover. You had the Slauson Boy cover.
Yeah,
Is that the one you
Slauson
kept?
Boy
Is that the
2
one?
with the Victory Lap behind it.
Yeah,
So I
okay,
wanted
got
to
you.
create like a piece that represented my favorite albums from him.
Right, okay, got you.
Yeah. So the
Hell
first
yeah.
one was just a portrait.
Yeah.
With some different things around it representing where he was from, what he stood for. And then the next piece was the one you was just mentioning. So yeah, that was dope. I wish I still had that one. I'm thinking about recreating it.
Yeah, which you can always do. You know what I'm saying? You can always do that shit.
2020 version.
Yeah, that's lit, man. That's lit.
Damn,
And
that's
then-
pretty awesome.
Obviously, carrying off the Yams Day shit.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
That's super sick. Like, how'd you get that connection?
Man, to
like,
be honest,
Yams' mother.
I don't even want to say I can't remember, but I think initially,
Could it have been through the aunt?
no, it was it was
Aunt?
something like that. Like I had met everybody at different times. Like I met Addy at his pop up. I met 12 at his pop up, and like I seen Addy at 12 pop up, and it was like, oh, you get what I'm saying? It was I can't remember exactly, but it was definitely Instagram too, cause I had made that first piece of Yams, and I tagged her on it. She was on top of it, like, oh, that's dope. I need it. Let's meet. And we had met at 12's pop up.
And this is in New York.
No, this was in Philly.
Oh, in Philly. Okay.
Yeah, it was dope at the Mitchell and Ness store.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dope.
Gotcha.
I never been there.
Yeah, that place. I've never been there too. But I'm sure they got a lot. I heard it was cool.
Man, they got all the gear.
types of jerseys
all the
and
jerseys.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy because the address was the same as the store. When you go in the store, it was like a regular day. So I'm asking questions, but it's low key. So it's like they ain't really going to say too much because they ain't know if I was just a random.
Right.
So then it's a girl that just opened this secret compartment door, like this just opened, like, and we just went upstairs. And it was a whole vibe. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That
was the
up.
first real time. I was like, oh, I might be able to do some things with this because I
Right.
was really chilling amongst
Yeah.
people that I was listening to in high school.
Yeah,
That was
just
like
like
crazy.
ASAP. You feel me?
Yeah, that was
that's
wild.
Crazy. That's wild. That is
Mhm.
tight.
And the Yams Day was dope. She had commissioned me to do 2 jumpsuits, so I did a blue denim piece for her. That actually made complex. That was dope.
Mhm.
And then I made a black one.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that was for this year. This past Yams Day.
yeah, January 17th
No.
at the Barclay.
I mean, I seen she was sitting next to some. She was taking photos next to some like pretty, dope,
Yeah.
A-list celebrities. You feel me?
Crazy.
Like,
I looked to the left. I'm like, that's Rihanna.
right.
What did I do to get here?
Drake.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's crazy.
Were you there?
That's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
So
I was sitting with her family.
Yeah, that's crazy, yeah.
You know, cause
Tyler
like
the
the
Creator
venue
was there.
yeah, you know the way the venue is in the Barclays, it's like a regular,
Yeah.
you know, arena. But the sections, we were in the lower section, close to the stage, so it was accessible to like people coming up and down.
Right.
But it was just dope, just experiencing all of that.
How did
just
that
off
shit
the
make you
artwork.
feel? That shit had to make you feel like, all right, yo, this shit.
You're like, yeah,
we
yo,
going
like,
places with
Yeah,
this shit, yeah.
most definitely,
Right.
most definitely.
Doing
It was
something
dope.
right.
Right,
That's
right.
dope.
Yeah. And it was just like, I'm always working hard and I'm always planting seeds. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like I wasn't even surprised.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's like, yeah.
You're
I
like,
kinda
yeah, I work for
expected-
this. Like,
yeah,
this is what I've been working for. Here it is.
literally.
Like, yeah.
Like, yeah, we just gonna keep it going.
Right.
Damn,
Yup.
that's pretty.
Man, that's lit, dude.
That's pretty
lit.
incredible, yo. That's pretty fucking.
That was definitely. I saw that. I mean, like I was watching. I was like, damn, yo, this dude Reggie, yo, he's this shit's
Working
popping,
hard.
yo. He's
Yeah.
definitely working hard, yo.
Met at Maggie's in the dispensary. It's
Yeah,
crazy,
so yeah,
right?
like that's how we didn't even say like that's how I met you that one day. That was my first time going.
That's
to Maggie's.
crazy that y'all just met in the
crazy.
dispensary.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Like
chopping it up. That's
just
what
chop it
I
up,
always
yeah.
try to, you know, I won't say like you can catch people energy right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know, because you never really know what a person might be going through that day.
Right.
They might be a little off.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You know, I could just tell you was a genuine person. So I'm like, yeah, I rock with you. But
Yeah.
it was just us talking and opening up and talking about what we do. We like, oh, bet we can collab on something.
Right.
That's
yeah.
all we got to do. And then we can grow together.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like, and plus we just had the same interests, man. Like,
Yeah.
you was rocking the Merino shit the shirt that day. Like, I already knew
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, so that's what
I
sparked the
rock-
conversation.
I rock with Merino. I
Probably
rock
the
with
Merino
ASAP
shirt.
Heavy,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we started talking about that. But that was like one of the first times. That was like one of the first times I was starting to go into the dispensary. I had just got my card around
Oh,
that
for
time.
real?
Alright.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just a great time. You know,
Yeah,
going
yeah,
in
yeah.
the store for the first time, buying weed.
Shout out to Addy too. He definitely
Yeah.
doing his thing. It's dope to see people from here, you know, go places and see things that a lot of us can't really do.
Right.
unfortunately.
You were talking about different music. Like, is there anything specific that you're listening to right now, or anything that you know that's come out that you're like, oh yeah, I'm really rocking with that shit.
Man, for real, to be honest with you, like growing up, I was influenced by a lot of old school music. So as far as when it comes to like hip hop and rap, I always was a West Coast guy. I don't know. It was just something that I gravitated towards. So like Pac, Snoop, all of them. So now I pretty much still listen to West Coast artists. So it's a lot of Nip. It's a lot of Dumb. Man, I could keep going, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of YG.
Do you
Jay-
listen to the new age, like you don't listen to the Shoreline Mafias, do you? You listen to
Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah.
You know, I know a couple songs. 03 Greedo.
Yeah. O.D. Greedo.
RJ.
Okay. RJ.
He definitely tough.
Draco.
Nico.
What's his name? Draco the Ruler. You ever heard of him?
I think so. That might be somebody I ain't really tap into yet.
Bro.
If you had to lock yourself in a room for 8 hours and paint all day with only one song on repeat, yo.
One song?
One song.
Not even
that's-
an album?
Nah, just
God.
one song, yo. What would it be, yo?
You
One
might have to go
song.
back.
It
You
probably
can only get
would
one
be,
song, yo.
Probably would be Nipsey Hussle. Ocean Views.
Word.
Yeah, that song crazy.
That's a good one. Yo.
Yeah, that song
It's a classic. It's a
Not a
classic.
bad choice at all.
That feeling is crazy. Just that vibe, that song. Then if you ever watch the video, that was crazy too.
Plus,
I
you
don't know
met
if
him
I
and
see
shit, so that's probably just a whole different energy you get when you feel it.
Yeah,
What's good, Jordan?
What's happening, man?
It's
Right?
probably gonna be funny when you go back on the clip when the door open.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We in
I ain't
this
cutting it out either.
No, it's live. You running it.
running.
How's your day, bro?
Straight, man. I got a traffic back.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah, it's a good
Damn.
day.
Steak and lobster for dinner.
Okay, man, with the shades on.
that's
Sunny
my
outside.
homie, man. But yeah. So definitely inspired by the West Coast vibe. I can definitely tell that you've been out there a few times. Probably looks like
Yeah.
in the recent months or year, probably months, right? Because-
Yeah, the last time I went up there was last summer. It was pretty dope.
Word.
I went out to LA, spent some time in Malibu. I stayed in the valley. That
Nice.
was different.
Do you have family out there? Do you know people out there? Or you just
Now I do.
Okay.
Not historically, like my
Gotcha.
family not from there.
Yeah.
I don't have no family that been out there, but a couple of people that I know,
yeah.
a couple of cousins that
Connections
moved
and
out there.
shit, right.
Yeah. hmm
That's what's up. Man. I've never been to. I've been to California. I lived out there at one point, but haven't been back since. And that was like, when I was like 6 years old.
I want to go to Cali.
I remember it. I lived in the Bay Area though. You know what I'm saying? Not. I lived up north, like San Francisco, Oakland area. But I'm trying to go back at least.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you moved?
So that was like I was there for just like around like 97 into 98 maybe. Like my brother was born out there and shit. Like we only lived there for like a year and then moved back to the East Coast. But I remember, you know what I'm saying? I remember it was a lot of shit to do, but I was a little ass kid, you know?
You was out there with Mac Dre.
Yeah, like Mac Dre was probably Too Short was popping off.
Yeah, Too Short.
E40 was popping off.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bay got a whole different vibe in LA.
I seen when I was out there, I did, which I remember. I saw Dolphins Niners game. Jerry
for
Jerry
real?
Rice was playing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I remember
pretty
that
cool.
game,
Yeah.
but like I was young as shit. You know?
Yeah, that's dope. San Francisco always had a, pretty solid team.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, definitely back then, for sure.
Mhm.
That's 98. I don't know if they was winning in the Super Bowl or whatnot, but I don't know. I have to look back into the records. But as far as kind of like, I know we kind of got into it already, but like you said, you just graduated from Morgan, and like not art,
Nah, man, I did biology.
biology. Yeah.
Yeah. I studied biology. I was thinking about becoming a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Then I did that whole thing throughout college. So I got a lot of experiences early. So by the time I graduated, I already knew what that field was like in different avenues. So whether that be a pharmacist working in an insurance company, working in the pharmacy, working in the lab, working for the government, I seen all of those. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I pretty much graduated and I got into alternative medicine, working at a dispensary. So that was dope. Seeing how
That was
that
at
progressed.
Maggie's, right?
That's pretty
Yeah.
Shouts out to them.
Shouts out to them. Seeing how that progressed, like being in high school, and then here we are 2020. It's like it's dispensaries everywhere. It's like, dang, that's
cool.
crazy.
In every
Yeah.
block now and
Yeah.
shit, yo.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You would think you in Cali or something like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Colorado or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
It's dope.
it's pretty much legal out here.
It'll be interesting to see, like, once the federal regulations get lifted, what the research will produce.
Right.
I think that'll be dope. Just seeing like what the plant
Yeah,
really
man.
does.
So would you have your degree in what you said, biology?
Mm-hmm.
So would you have intentions of getting into the cannabis industry? Like,
I was thinking.
because I know
about
you said you worked at one, but like on a ownership level.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking about it. Maybe more so on the production side versus owning a dispensary. Like,
You more,
That's
like,
cool.
Have your own grow company, like
right.
Yeah.
And then I can have a dispensary
Yeah,
after I
selling that,
create. Yeah.
Just like how they have Coltas, you know.
Yeah, Curio.
Curio's right there, and that's like in Hunt, like Cockeysville, like Timonium area, right?
Yeah, they integrated vertically. They
Yeah.
got the production, processing, the dispensary, and they got different activities like spas. Yoga classes.
They have yoga classes in there.
Yeah,
and shit.
you can get
Yeah.
CBD.
Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
CBD
like,
massages.
yeah, that's we
Great.
just passed that place. It's on York Road,
Yeah.
way up
Yeah,
York
it's
Road.
dope.
But
Wow.
I'm sure you know about the whole Colta thing with the cookies.
Crazy.
Isn't that wild? Yo?
That's wild.
Have you
Just-
been able to get your hand? Have you ever been able to get your hands on that yet? Like,
Bro, just knowing Wiz and Burner, like early on in
Yeah.
high school around Cushion Orange Juice and all of those projects and watching the YouTube videos, it was crazy to see that. And then to be here now and they selling
exclusively
all of it
on this in Baltimore City on the East
Legally.
Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
legally.
that's the only place you can get cookies, right?
I
Like cookies
believe
like
so.
West Coast.
And I don't know if it's a drop or they keep it there. I don't really know.
Nah, they drop it. I
They
feel
drop
like
one
like,
day type.
They drop
Yeah.
it one day. Like they might. I think the second time they dropped it, like of course, like they have flavors that just go like that. And then they recently they held on to like a with a gelato 41. So there was a lot of that shit left, but I don't want that shit. I want the Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what I want
Just
that
because of the
Gary
name.
Payton.
Pretty much.
That's the most popular
I want
one.
the
That's the
rapper
most hype
weed.
one. That's the rapper weed.
Yeah,
You know what's
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
though? I feel like it's wild that the labeling itself looks so crazy.
Yeah.
Cause it's like you got artists that do that as well.
Yeah.
Like what you was talking about with the digital artwork. So
Right.
it's really a lane
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. There's
It's
definitely
really
a lane for everybody. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's part of the reason why I just wanted to kind of work with a platform like this, like a podcast like this, just to kind of tap in, you know what I mean, and at least just talk about things like that.
Right.
But yeah, like, there's definitely things that we're trying to tap into, like the medical marijuana industry out here. You know what I'm saying? Like get Maggie. I love to get Maggies involved. That's why you know, hopefully they can get me that job soon, but infiltrate that. But,
Inside, get a sponsorship. That'd be dope.
Sponsorship. You feel me?
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
Yeah, that would be tough.
But,
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, that
but
would be
as
real
far
dope.
as like kind of going back to the school, I know you did mention also that you got accepted to a art master's program.
Yeah, for architecture.
Is that something that you're gonna do? Like, are you gonna go through with that, or like I was gonna ask you like if so, like getting an MFA or something like that would be something that you would want to pursue? Because I actually know a few friends that are like pursuing that right now. You know what I mean? And that's opened up other opportunities right there in itself.
Right. Yeah, the architecture thing is dope. I'm always open to opportunities and different things. But basically, I'm always open to new opportunities. But at the same time, I feel like that's something that I'm tapping into for a larger picture.
Right. Okay.
So basically, I'm taking architecture not really to build structures like homes and bridges and those type of things. I really want to get into stage design, set design.
Maybe real specific.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
like movie sets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like make this room look like this, or and everybody
That's
going to
pretty
different stores, grabbing little
Yeah.
antiques,
Yeah.
different things, trying to make it look nostalgic. So I think that'll be a dope job.
That'd be tight, man.
It's something that you do different.
Yeah.
Now,
on
is
a
that
regular
something
basis.
that is that something that you can learn in school? You know what I'm saying? Or like, is that something that you would have to learn? Also, you obviously have to do it outside of the school. But is there like classes that you would take to kind of teach you that?
Yeah, I know they actually have stage design like degrees.
Right.
Okay.
But the architecture thing would be just a little bit more I feel like my way, because it'll teach me the fundamental ways of drawing again.
Right.
And that's something that I really want to get back into, but I don't know if I really want to go back to learn how to paint.
Right.
Like for a fine arts degree. I know you do
Yeah, that's
a variety
true.
of things,
That's
but
true.
I'm not really trying to go back to school for
True
that.
True that. 'Cause
I
that's
just do this
that's
for
almost
fun.
just like learning the history of art. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and I'm good off that. Like,
right.
I want my art to be something that I do for fun.
Definitely.
So, like,
definitely.
The architecture thing is just something that I do over here, but the art is just a thing that I'ma always do. But I never really want to solely depend on that,
Okay.
right? For the financial reasons or whatever. Just because I always want that to be my thing that I just go to.
You don't want it to feel like too much of a job.
Yeah,
to
I
where
ain't-
it's like, I'm not really trying to do this today.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
so you
fun.
keep the love
Something
for
that
it.
is, like, Pat,
I can
something that you wake
understand
up
that
and feel
completely.
passionate about,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't burn that passion out.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of like I'm sure you've heard of Art Basel.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down there, definitely. It's a few art festivals in the country. I know they have some in Chicago that's dope. So I'm trying to get out there too.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta spread
Definitely.
those
I could
wings.
definitely see some shit like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing this get on,
Yeah,
this
that'd
get
be dope.
displayed there.
Mhm.
For sure. This would
That'd
be
definitely
sick.
be dope.
And then I know like just more recently, like the Kobe thing, like that's unfortunate. The whole unfortunate tragic passing of
Yeah.
Kobe.
That was crazy, bro.
You cooked something up real quick. You know what I mean? Something that was like this shit is definitely like real inspirational. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I definitely, I took a couple of days to figure out what I was going to do. And I just wanted to make a piece that represented him as a man.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a basketball player,
Yeah.
but like, he was many other things. So I just created a piece that I felt like paid homage to him as a man.
no, that's
just gave my
definitely a good
respect.
representation
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. How'd that affect you as far as Kobe? Were you big into basketball growing up? Like big into NBA?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Come on. We all know Kobe, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it was
Kobe.
just right. It was just crazy. Just Kobe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Like,
Still unreal.
dang.
We've talked about it like the last 3 episodes has happened.
Yeah.
We always figure out how to, even though it was sad, like they just had the memorial and all, which was great. But,
Yeah. And again this year, last year they was in there for Nipsey.
yeah, for Nipsey, man, it's just insane.
Wow.
Terrible, yo.
And Pop Smoke.
Yeah, we haven't even been able to talk about that yet. Like Pop Smoke,
Yeah, RP
passing
Pop
that shit.
Smoke.
RP to him.
That shit's terrible.
Starting to become
wild.
like a more prevalent thing, you know what I mean? Us losing people like that, you know?
I don't know what's going on, man.
2020's been a crazy year already.
Definitely, yeah.
But you say you teach where? Where
I
you-
teach at Forest Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's in the city?
Yeah, it's in Baltimore City.
Bet. So
Yep.
yeah, I wanted to ask you specifically because we had a conversation a few episodes ago. We got into like education in Baltimore City and stuff like that, and how like you see in the article teachers quitting or being fed up with just how it is. So how, since you basically on the grounds with it, how you like, you know what I'm saying, seen that firsthand? Like tell us about that a little bit, I guess.
Man, to be honest with you, there's a whole bunch of babysitting going on. Like, I feel like I guess if you grew up in the city, or you had some experience with that world, you kind of understand that the kids that's in the classroom is the same ones that's outside,
Right.
right? So the approach is different. It's more of a let's manage them. They're not really trying to make a difference. Like in schools with a lot of resources that don't really exist.
Yeah.
Or, just different things. It's crazy. Like not having a music teacher, not having an art teacher, crazy stuff. Like how you not have those things? How you not teach kids how to express themselves?
Right.
You just
At
teach
least
them.
give them somewhere, another outlet.
No opportunity,
Exactly.
man.
No opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just going somewhere to be almost an institution, you know what I mean? Just to be
Yeah.
housed for a certain amount of hours, you feel
Yeah.
me?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
It's terrible.
It's crazy. And the resources, just in the city in general, is crazy.
Right.
Education, healthcare, all of that. Politics is just crazy. They definitely got to do a lot of things to restore the city, but they'll get there one day.
Do you find it like, I mean, there's definitely deeper meaning behind these paintings. Like, do you find things like that and find inspiration in events like that that's going on in this country, right now in your art?
Yeah, definitely. I got some big projects coming up that I want to do. That
Any we can talk on? We tried.
Nah, I'm just playing. I got some shows coming up.
Cool.
I'm doing one for Air Max Day,
Cool.
Jersey
cool.
City. I do that every year. It's called Art Max. It's dope.
So that's obviously gonna have to do with Air Max.
So how do you get into it? Do you just
Like-
like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the process of like getting into like those types of shows?
Man, a lot of times, honestly, people hit me up now just from the work ethic.
Nice. The energy, yo. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's just like I'm always working, so I'm accessible.
Yeah.
Like I'm always bumping into people. I'm always in those type of environments where people networking. I don't really sit still too much, and when I do, I'm just focusing on finishing paint. I'm not really chilling. I'm just spending time on trying to work behind the scenes, whether that be the website, event planning for the year, all of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds dope. Air Max Day, yeah.
Yeah, Art Max, it's dope.
Is that gonna be here, local in town here, or is that gonna be like in New York, some shit? Like,
Yeah, it's in Jersey City.
It's in Jersey City.
Yep, right by the
Gotcha.
water.
You ever think about vlogging any of those events?
I need to start, man.
Yeah.
I think that would be dope content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that's some dope shit people would probably like to check out, especially what I mean, your fans and stuff like that. People that enjoy your artwork. You should definitely do it, yo. Look into it, yo.
Yeah, I need that camera.
That would be some dope content for real.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to expand the brand.
Yeah.
I got the website now.
Be another way to just put
Instagram.
your brand out there. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yep.
To a whole different fan base, basically.
Mm-hmm. Definitely trying to keep everything flowing, working hard. Just keep it pushing, and don't press too hard against adversities. Like, let them come. It's cool.
Right,
You're gonna
right.
take L's. It's cool. You just gotta keep moving.
is there any other artists that like, or any collections that inspire you, or like, you know, any famous artists that you might get inspiration from, or do you follow that? You follow the art world like that?
Yeah, it's different because when I was little, right, I felt like every famous artist was like dead, like Basquiat. You know, everybody just. But now it's like I got Instagram and there's artists with millionaires. Yeah, and they young in it, 20s, 30s, like Cuz. Young.
Cuz, yeah, dude.
Alec Monopoly, young. Retina, young. All these dudes is young.
Young as hell.
Yeah. Living in Beverly Hills, Calabasas.
Artwork.
Yeah, off the art. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fascinating. Like, if you think about Basquiat, like, I think one of his paintings, like, went for like $100 million.
100 million.
Somebody bought it for like $100 million.
Yeah, his shit was going up, yo. Yeah.
A painting that I think he sold when he first sold it was like he sold it for $20,000, which is still a lot of money for him back then.
Back then,
yeah,
20 bands.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's cool now.
But yeah, like, right? You know
imagine that.
Exactly.
Oh, I bet 20
Yeah,
bands.
it's definitely
right?
cool now.
But
Back then, I could only imagine.
You getting there, dog.
That shit was probably like at least
most definitely.
You're gonna get there, son.
I mean, it's just like with everybody. You know, anything you do, you gotta set goals. And you gotta make sure that you always doing better than what you was doing before. And don't really compare yourself to other people. Because we all got our own journey. So you just make sure you're doing better than what you was doing before and just stick to it. That's all. It's gonna work out.
For sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Everything gonna get big. As long as you stay working at it with a positive mind, it gotta work out.
Yeah.
It gotta work out.
Yeah. No, that's all. You gotta keep that clear mind.
Consistency, yo.
Yeah, consistency. Yeah. Nip said he went through every emotion. He just didn't quit. That was the only difference.
Yeah.
His story crazy.
Yeah. I've heard his interviews and shit. He be digging in, yo. Be like, damn.
Yeah.
Very intellectual person, like at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell
most definitely.
Being on the block at a young age.
Even when you see like old YouTube videos of him and shit, like he was always just speaking game, yo. Like,
yeah, definitely. I remember that first video. He was real young. It was like an interview, some kind of event. He was just giving us some. He was talking about assets and liabilities and just different things. It was crazy. Just getting that game because nobody else gave me that game, right?
yeah,
so
you getting game from a gangster and shit. You like, damn, this. You know what I mean? Like you looking at him like, oh, this gangster, but he's spitting nothing but facts, like really educating niggas out there. You know what I mean?
Like,
motherfuckers was like, what? They wasn't like looking at him. They wasn't expecting that type of intellect. You see what I'm saying? Like,
most definitely.
That's some dope shit.
You got anything? Any? You know, I know you always working hard. You know, summertime. You got any time for like break, vacations? Any plans? Any place you trying to go visit this summer?
Not right now, to be honest. I'm always trying to go out west, but be honest with you, it feel like a vacation when I go do shows out of town.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just going out of town, seeing new people.
Do you go by yourself or do you bring somebody?
For the most part.
Damn.
Yeah, I be dolo.
Damn.
Go.
That's cool. So do you get into the nightlife when you go out to those places or anything?
Nah, I just be out there.
Just strictly business, back to the telly,
back to the
kick it.
Bro, I'm just trying to get them chippers and get out of here, bro. I ain't really trying.
I ain't mad at it, yo. Staying focused. That's what's up. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But it's like the things that I be around, like I'm at rap concerts, you know, doing the art thing, or I'm at an art show. It's a cool vibe. It's not like a tense moment like a museum where it's quiet. Like,
yeah, you gotta be.
There's different things around. There's music playing. It's fun. It's not really super professional. So I'm having fun at the same time. So I'm like, once that's over, my battery usually die. I'm gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm out early.
Right, we out. Oh, it's the lifeline. Gotta go.
I did a Wu-Tang show in Philly, and I sold everything, all my paintings, like my originals. I had like 5 or 6 originals.
Yeah.
And I had all my prints. I sold out of all of that.
Word.
Still like an hour and a half, 2 hours left.
Now, when you say Wu-Tang shit, like, was it a concert, like, or was it just like, was it an Wu-Tang art show, like, all right,
Wu-Tang art show.
Gotcha.
I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was out of there. But it was in Philly, so you know, I just got a head start on the trip back. But I just try to keep it moving pretty much. Just go for what I'm going for and get out of there. Like I don't really do too much.
Like you said, like most of the time, you getting hit up about these events, but like, is there a specific place where artists can go, like to find events, or like find out where this shit's going? I mean, I guess Instagram is like the major tool. You just gotta follow pages, you know, who to follow. You know,
you'd be surprised how far a simple DM can get you.
DMs.
Man,
I was like, for real, like you'd be surprised. A lot of people be like intimidated. Like the worst is gonna happen is they're gonna say no or leave you on red. But like you could at least try, cause that could take you far, yo.
Man,
you know what I mean?
It really can. Yeah. And just using that, you know, they got different promotional abilities on there where you can promote things a certain kind of way, sort of drive a lot of traffic towards your page or your website, where you can actually specifically pick which area you want to promote it to, whether that be the city or country. So that's definitely helpful.
That's definitely a helpful tool.
Definitely. Facebook too. You know, a lot of people play on Facebook, but I get a lot of business from Facebook.
Definitely, just like using it as like a marketplace.
Yeah.
Do you use like eBay, shit like that?
No, I use Shopify.
Okay,
so
Shopify,
they do a lot of Facebook integration and Google as well.
Okay.
So if you get Shopify, you can do a lot of Google ads.
And there's just people searching, like, you know, your shit might just get brought up to somebody that's just searching artwork, or
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean, Nipsey painting, you know what I mean, like,
right, just random stuff,
right,
like, oh, I can buy this here,
right, yeah,
and they got the whole hoodie, the T-shirt, everything they can get,
right.
So,
that's sick, man.
That's pretty.
It's
awesome.
definitely an investment, but
I just want to go, kind of go into like your custom work. Like, have you started doing that, like, kind of based on like what you did for ASAP Yams Mom, like trying to get into that path as far as just doing custom pieces, custom jackets? Cause like I'm like, yeah, I might want to have you do some shit for me one day.
yeah, I definitely, you know, I got you. But that was something I've been doing for a while actually. I've been painting on the denim jackets, doing the jeans, and that was different because it was a whole jumper, but it was dope. It's just a different canvas, to be honest with you. You just gotta break it down a little different, move some things around, but it's the same as I would have threw it on here.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Shaped a little different. Yep.
Same,
so that was dope.
Spray paint, just regular spray paint, or is it...
I use a lot of different paints. So I use fabric paint. They have sneaker paint, leather paint. So it really just depends on the effect I'm trying to get.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I use spray paint, but it can be too heavy on the material.
Gotcha.
Right.
Hell yeah, like I'm definitely into that, like the whole custom. Like I have like a denim jacket, like Levi's denim that jacket, like. I can see some like custom art being on that. That should be dope.
Got the podcast on that.
Hell yeah, you know, I definitely put the pop, like the logo on that bitch. Like, that should be hard.
Gotta do the branding.
But like as far as you know, future plans, I know you kind of try to keep it to a minimum. But I mean, anything like
I got
like 5-year goal, like where you trying to be? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as
Beverly
your
Hills
career,
with the swimming pool.
Yeah,
man. To be honest with you, something like that. That sounds good. But man, you know what? I don't even know, to be honest with you. Like, this life thing so crazy. I just realized how fast it can change.
Right.
Or how fast you can change your mind about something. So
yeah,
I know the type of lifestyle I want, but I'm not necessarily 100% sure on how I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
But I'm gonna just keep working.
Could it be like not even as far as like the lifestyle, but I mean as far as just like your art and work, like what would in 5 years, like would it be like
insanely dope,
like an exhibition, like some crazy ass type of exhibition you went to, like crazy ass commission, you know, paying you commission for, like, you know what I'm saying, like storefront, okay,
yeah, that'd be tough.
That's tough.
Like a slash gallery, you know, that'd be fly, where I could have
clothes,
my events,
like all types of shit, your art,
sipping paints.
That'd be awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, just an all-in-one.
That would be tight, yeah.
That's mine. Yeah. That'd be
and where would you want to open that? Here in Baltimore, or would you want to move somewhere else with that?
I can't really say right now, to be honest with you. It'll be dope having that here because I want to create a space where artists can use that as well. So I want to, you know, give back to the people here. So that'll be dope having one here. I'll always probably have one here, but definitely the West Coast.
Definitely. I feel like you could definitely have one here. I mean, like, because as you know, like I feel like the art scene is strong in Baltimore City.
Yeah, it's definitely dope.
Yeah, especially kind of right, you know, the Hamden into like the Mount like that area, like around Micah.
Yeah.
Like, so like the scene is definitely strong out there. So like,
it's dope.
I could see something like that being put over there,
and
then you take that shit to the West Coast, like.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, that'd be real nice. I'm gonna make it happen one day.
Yeah,
sure,
let's tell you, that's a good goal right there. Hell yeah.
That'd definitely be dope.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, as far as like the artwork, it speaks for itself. Like super talented. Definitely, excited for what the future has for you. You know what I mean? Because I know this is definitely, you guys, you're just about to blow. You gonna blow up, yeah.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? We already know. So
I'm just trying to get my chips and lay low. I don't even want too much fame.
say
I just
that.
want to put the artwork out without a face behind it.
Definitely.
No,
I
As
respect
long as
that.
that money got you living right,
You know what I
it
mean?
don't matter, yo.
Art, man.
Yeah.
Art. I feel like that's one of the most fucking valuable fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. It's dope.
People spend buku bread on art, bro. Like
Yeah.
I've seen people spending. There's people that spend. Rich people will just, you know what I mean. They'll pay.
See what they be paying for, like
pay-
simple Supreme shit.
They'll pay $200 for some Oreo cookies by Supreme.
Yo,
You
15
see
grand
that?
on eBay and
Yeah,
shit
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm good.
for 3 cookies.
Yeah, I'm
And
good.
you're not even gonna eat them, obviously. It's
Yeah, you wouldn't
a
eat
collector
those.
thing, but that's crazy. How did you get your hands on a pair of them? I mean, a pack of them cookies. Like,
By like waiting in line at Supreme when they dropped.
they probably had like 300 packs,
Yeah,
period,
yeah.
type shit.
People probably just lined up.
Do you
at the
think
door.
anybody ate them?
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
sure some
Somebody
kids
probably
ate 'em.
did. Yeah.
Yo,
And they were probably
But
like,
you
but
can
if you
make
got 'em
so
at
much
line- if you got 'em
money
on-
off 'em,
If
yo.
you got them in line, they were probably like retail like $17.
they were like $8.
Or they were $8
for a 3
Were they?
pack of Oreos.
They were
For real?
$8.
Yeah, $8.
Oh, I'll just drop bread on that. though.
Yeah, I would
Would you have
buy
got a whole
them.
pack of them? Like,
Yeah, I'd have got a
Cause
few
they
packs.
was, they was,
Most
but they
definitely.
flipping them for like they was going for like 15 grand on eBay.
Yeah, that's what I would have did.
3 cookies, yo.
I'm not-
somebody gonna buy
Somebody,
it,
but if
bro.
somebody ate them, they just crazy. I would have not.
Somebody-
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, I'd have sold mine.
Go get some regular
for a
ones.
clean rack.
I mean-
Each one, you know you're gonna get a rack off each one.
That is wild though. Like, you know what I mean? That, and they do that shit on purpose, man. Like,
Yeah.
brand like Supreme, they gonna do
Yeah.
that shit on purpose. I mean, they've come out with a brick. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They
Shout
came
out.
out
Oh,
with
yeah,
a brick
yup.
that had Supreme on it. And motherfuckers was paying over $100 for the brick.
How much is the brick reselling for on the internet, yo?
Maybe. I don't know.
Pull it
I
up,
can
yo.
Pull it up.
They
That is-
literally playing with us.
Yeah, they just like it's like that's almost like disrespectful.
It's crazy.
Like,
They just come
yo.
out with the most random stuff, put their name on it.
Yeah, and it'll just go. That's crazy.
All right, so this brick is selling for $500. This is reselling for $500.
It's a
But
brick.
there's one for $215.
Imagine buying a brick for
150.
$200,
A
yo.
brick though.
You want to? Yeah, you seen it?
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's so funny, yo. Yeah, I have seen that brick before.
But I was saying like books. You know what I mean? I heard like books have a big resale game. Like rich people will like pay a lot of money for just like this old school picture book about World War One. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's because it's World War One. That's
That
some
shit go
super,
for like
super.
$3,000.
That's some
you know what I mean?
super like historic vintage shit. That's wild.
But it's not even that. It's like a. It's not even that. It's like a.
Like
Here, let me look. This book wasn't even. I don't know.
like some
It
authentic,
didn't look like,
like
it was like some old school.
like one of
vintage-
one.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was just like a
one of
regular
one
fucking
type
book. But it
diary
just might have been
shit.
a rare book. You know what I mean? But
You get your taxes back yet, yo?
yeah, I did.
You get your taxes back yet?
Nah, bro.
Are you one of them? Are you a tax time baller, yo?
No, not at all.
But you got plenty. Hey, Jordan, what you about to? Hey, what you about to do with your taxes, yo? What you got planned for your taxes, yo?
Man, I'm about to pay bills, nigga.
Yeah.
What? I ain't mad
That's
at
what I
it.
had to
Man,
do.
I ain't one of them niggas that's going to just blow my shit on the bullshit.
Yo, yeah, don't.
Can't do
it
that.
be,
Right.
niggas go cop the whip and then lose it in 3 months. That's a famous tax time move.
What, like go cop a whip?
Yeah, off the
Hell
tax
no.
money, but then
I didn't get that much
but-
tax money. Shit.
nah, but some people do that shit. Yeah, I'm about to pay on a medical bill for real, so, and I might get a camera lens, yo. Need new lens.
See, look, this Shakespeare, this book went for $8.2 million. Yeah.
And what was it? Oh, a book?
Shakespeare. though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We all learned about that.
Hell yeah.
Shakespeare.
Well,
Can't
yeah,
lie, I never
anything
really
that
was a
shit.
fan of English, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I was more of
Hate
a
English,
science
yo.
guy.
Science.
I hate it. Write
You said
paragraphs, all that shit. I hate
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it was boring. Like, I like being active
Yeah.
or like using my mind to try to create
Figure some
something.
shit out.
Right.
Yeah, figure something out.
For sure. Nah, I guess I think my favorite subject in in school would probably be like history. I'd have to say history. Science was definitely probably like more, that's definitely interesting too. But I think I was more drawn to like history and like geography and shit.
Mm-hmm.
My ass always gotta know where shit be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know where that shit's on the map.
Yeah, man, this was definitely dope, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
the
I
invite,
appreciate,
man.
yeah, I appreciate you coming through, man. Like I said, definitely just thought, you fit right into what we're trying to tap into as far as like the local art
Yeah,
scene,
we just
you know
trying
what
to
I mean?
really
Just-
get in touch with the
just
local art
tap
scene,
in,
promote local
so.
talent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Showing what
I feel
people
like
got
you're
going
definitely a
on.
big part of it, what's going on right now. That people, other people that might not know can kind of, learn and understand too. So,
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Um,
Tap in with me. If you got questions,
yeah.
definitely try to, spread the knowledge, spread some game. I ain't like one of those people that's like, no, I'm doing this and I'm trying to stay in my lane. Like, it's
Right.
definitely enough for everybody out here.
Yeah,
course,
enough for
of course,
everybody.
of
Yeah,
course.
that's dope.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
that's-
about, man.
Not
Sharing
everybody
the
is
knowledge.
so willing to give information. Like,
Yeah,
so
it's
you would be
crazy.
surprised how like weird
My
some
last
people
day
be
could
about this shit.
tomorrow,
Right,
and I ain't tell nobody nothing.
Yeah,
I can't go to the grave like that.
right. Yeah, man. So and that's how. That's
especially
how this
being a
shit evolves,
teacher and
man.
shit. I guess it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you
That
just want to
should be
spread the
asked back.
knowledge. Yeah,
Right.
It wouldn't make
Right.
sense if it was otherwise. Like,
Hell yeah.
a whole
Unfortunately,
teacher out here, yo.
Some circumstances it is.
Yeah,
Right.
It's crazy.
understandable.
I mean, you know better than us, better than me. Personally speaking, like as far as the city, how how wild it is in the city. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And,
definitely
and
different.
growing up is definitely different. Growing up in this town, you feel me? So.
Yeah. It's definitely different.
I feel like the art, and I think art is definitely a way that people can kind of at least escape that and like at least try to tap into something a little bit more positive and
Yeah.
creative. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has that type of creative outlet. You feel me?
Right.
Put that shit into something more positive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Make the community look better with the murals. It's a lot of things
Yeah.
we can do.
yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think about the whole graffiti thing? Have you ever dibbled and dabbled in like a graffiti tag or into that culture? Has it always been like strictly, your form of art?
Strictly on canvas.
Yeah,
I
on
never
canvas.
really got out did the mural thing. Like I
Yeah.
really just started last year.
Got you.
So, but eventually I'm gonna get into some things and get better with the spray can. It's definitely different than painting though.
You ever go to Graffiti Alley?
Yeah. It's,
Try
it's
some
dope down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
I think about maybe a couple years back, I did a small piece out there,
Mhm.
but it wasn't anything big. But I might do one eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vlog it, yo.
most definitely.
You got a
Gotta do
camera?
that. Nah, bro, I gotta get one.
For sure.
Yep, definitely. That's a goal.
For
That's a
sure.
goal.
For
That
sure.
might be a 2020 goal. I might add that to the list.
Yeah, like I said, you just get one of these like little DSLRs, like the starter joints. You don't gotta get nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yo, give me a price range. I'll give you some recommendations for
Right.
real.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need one of those. Nice try.
One last thing I wanted to recommend too, like for you to see. I don't know if you ever heard of it, like, but a museum to check out that's in Maryland's Glenstone. If you're into the art,
Yeah.
you've heard of it. So you
Bro.
already heard of it, yeah. If you're into the architecture and shit, like all that, that's a good place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year, it was a guy who came to Maggie's. He was like, "Yeah, I'm the manager of like the operations."
At that place.
Yeah.
For real?
Nice.
That's sick.
Crazy,
Nice.
That's sick, dude.
crazy.
What? He came in and bought some weed too.
One home
Did he
is
show you pictures of it? Like
Nah,
what it
but
looked
it was
like?
when that the green head was out there. Did
Yeah,
you see it?
they switched it up too. Like I think they just switched it up because when I went out there, it was like they have it. They kind of like I guess set it up according to like the season. Like when I went out there, the leaves were changing, so like the leaves on it were like all like autumn colors,
Mhm.
and now it's like straight green and shit. Like,
Yeah. It's dope, man.
yeah, that's a cool place, man. Like if you wanna just like go, it's a different type of museum other than like going somewhere where it's just like you're in a room. Even though they have that, it's a different type of place. It's like inside you got the architecture, you got the crazy artwork inside, and you got the nature. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like somewhere you can just really tap. You can get inspired going there. You know?
Yeah.
Where
most
it's
You got
at?
definitely.
Basquiat's in there. You got Andy Warhol's in there. Like crazy legendary artists. You know what I'm saying? Contemporary
Say
abstract
less.
artists. You know. So.
Man, you got me with that one.
Mhm.
Say less. I'm definitely going.
So it's not too far away. I mean, it's in Potomac, so like that's That's in like kind of close to DC, out in Montgomery County.
No, ain't far
So
enough.
it's not too far, but it's free too, you know. So it's a good place to, you know, on a warm day go outside and be. You feel me? So
that's the dope thing about it. A lot of museums in DC free too. So
Yeah.
that's dope.
The story behind that
I did a
place
photo shoot in
is
the
on-
museum like 2 weeks ago in DC.
The story behind that place is on some crazy shit too. I don't know if the dude told you. Yeah, like it's owned by a billionaire. You know, that's a billionaire's property. And like his name is like like Mitchell Rails, and his wife is the one that curates the place. But like they invested like $200 million in that place, and like their house is on the property. You know, you can see their house while you're walking through the thing, and their house is just chilling there. You feel me? So it's like on some real, their whole thing. That's their whole billionaire compound.
Remember that goal you asked me? That's my goal.
That's some crazy shit.
That's my
right?
goal. I got a whole
Just
museum.
to collect, and they had all that art, their private collection. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stupid.
That's crazy.
So let alone the property, just the value of the art itself.
Exactly. You got Basquiat,
Shit.
Andy Warhol.
God.
That's millions alone.
That's where the billions is coming from.
Exactly.
Shit.
That's how you know when you in Potomac, Maryland, like that's what's out there. Like billionaires live out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like a representation. That's just like some real rich ass motherfucker. Shit, yeah.
Damn.
It's definitely possible.
Shit. That is crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely go in there. Artists can go there, tap in, you can get pictures, take pictures in there and shit.
I'm about to go check it out for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out soon.
Yeah.
Need that inspiration.
Definitely. But Sean, I don't know. Like, I know Pop Smoke Dime we covered that. Like that shit was horrible. You know what I mean? Did you want to like tap more into that? Like into like how?
I mean,
it is what it is. You know what
I mean,
You better woo.
definitely. Shouts out to Pop. Like he was just
Shouts
sad
out to
because
him,
I was just getting into his music, man. Like we was all. That shit was making
I was
waves.
just getting into it, to be
You know what I'm
honest with
saying?
you.
Like,
yeah, he mentioned him on the last probably handful of episodes and shit for real.
it's just sad that like
Gone.
that you know he just was starting to break into like I feel like was starting to add some importance to hip hop.
It's fucked up that he got murdered in Beverly
Beverly
Hills or
Right.
wherever. That's where he was, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like
Hollywood. Yeah.
It's like, damn, you got out. You know what I mean? Most niggas don't get out they city and shit that fast. I don't know if he was out or just on vacay or some shit, but it's like he ain't even got in the city like you usually see the tragedy go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he got in like of all places. He out Hollywood, wherever he was at.
But
Beverly
you
Hills,
heard,
wherever.
you know that's something that goes on out there. Like they're targets out there in the hills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like home invasions is something that happens often to celebrities and
Yeah, you right.
It's
Every
just
year you
real.
be seeing articles.
like
This person.
Rihanna, fucking Drake's house getting robbed, like Chris Brown's and shit. Like,
yeah, it's real.
But
Definitely
Motherfuckers
keep
got
in
a whole
touch.
career in that shit. That's wild, yo.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I read something that
Robbing celebrities.
people use they use like the rental sites just to see like you know what I mean. They use the sites
So,
on
like,
GPS to figure out the
To
maps.
map their
like,
house out and shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
case it out like.
Then
See who
know the rooms and
you know
shit.
What I mean? Like that's crazy. That information can be out there to the public, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
real.
Yo,
Motherfuckers just gotta
you can
be
do
safe.
anything on the
Touch,
internet,
though,
yo.
yeah, and being a rapper, like people were saying, like that's a dangerous job nowadays. Yeah, being in
a lot
that
of haters.
limelight. It's a lot of haters and just a lot of people.
But it also is kind of like that. Yes, it's dangerous, but it's also like, you know what I mean. It can also be dependent upon like the energy, the company you're keeping, and the energy you're putting out there.
Most
You
definitely.
see what I'm saying?
For sure.
Cause like it's not like you don't see like niggas like Chance the Rapper and shit getting in fucking shootouts and shit like that. You feel me? I'm not saying like obviously he came from that environment, so he can't help that. Like, you know what I mean? That's what he grew up in. But I'm just saying it's not always the case of just being a rapper alone. Cause I mean, like fuck, Tekashi got himself into his nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You right.
Yeah, the
But
energy thing is real.
Yeah.
For sure, you right.
Some niggas really just beat, like I said, that's really they shit.
Their
Like,
lifestyle.
you know what I mean? That's just really what they into.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? But that's just what they grew up on. That's they survival shit. Whatever.
right.
But some niggas is getting to that shit, but that bullshit drama shit by just choice.
Murder.
I don't have too much. I do got like a random question, yo. Like, are ringtones still a thing, yo? Do like niggas still use ringtones in their phones and shit like that?
Nah, bro. We
Nah.
don't vibrate.
Yeah, been
24/7.
vibrate, yo.
Yeah, usually
My shit been on vibrate for years.
Yeah.
But what if it's not on vibrate? I do have like the rant, like the
Just to stop
Just the
shit,
regular
the thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
basic
Yeah,
iPhone.
nah, yo, cause it's just like I was somewhere recently and it was like, yo, a nigga's phone kept going off and it was like an old ass Young Jeezy song too, and I'm just like, yo, why is this nigga got a ringtone on his
Jeezy on
phone?
the Boost Mobile.
But yeah, like
That's the throwback.
So do you-
I was like, I hadn't heard a
That's
ringtone
funny
in a
as shit
long
to say
ass
that.
time, yo, like a whole music ringtone, play the whole song type shit, like that shit threw me off, yo. I was like, yo, I gotta.
That's funny you say that because there's this kid that has like this old school ringtone, like one that has like the little kinetic beeps, like
Oh shit.
it sounds like a beeper or some shit like that. But
Crazy, yo.
1990s throwback.
I'm like, damn, man.
Yo, on some wild shit though, like James Brown's death is getting investigated. And they're investigating whether they're gonna investigate it.
James Brown's
Pretty
dad's
much.
been gone for a little bit.
I
man.
know, I know that's the crazy thing, but they're talking about I don't know they're I think they're gonna give them like 3 to 6 months or something. It's gonna be a few months time, but if they can gather enough evidence, then they'll actually reopen the investigation because there's like a bunch of foul shit. There was like potential foul shit at play or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Crazy shit.
It was. Hope they
Crazy
get-
shit
hope
around
they
that.
get justice.
Yeah, so that was a random. That was like just an
I didn't hear about that
interesting article.
I did
came
hear. I
across.
mean, one. I guess if I'll close it off with this, like the whole coronavirus.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit's starting to become. You know,
I've been
already
seeing
said
a
it's
lot
gonna
of
be a
articles about
pandemic.
that shit this past
A
week.
lot of like as far as in the U.S., like it's about to expect it to spread.
Disneyland, I seen an article earlier that said like Disney World closed down or whatever
Really?
just to reduce the spread. Because like if something like that go to a big park like that shit everywhere, and then people all
Exactly.
fly back home and it's everywhere.
Allegedly, like here we have the resources, we have like the medicine, like to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hope. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know,
bro.
They gon'
what do you
know,
do?
bro.
What do we do to protect ourselves? Like
I mean, it's one of those
Just be out
situations
here,
where if
stay
they
clean.
do, like, they could be on some bullshit, make the shit hella expensive, and then just, you know how that shit go.
Everybody who don't have insurance.
Yeah, all the niggas that
don't
can't
know, bro.
afford it, like, that bullshit go. America.
you have to walk around
Right.
with the masks and shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
walk around with the mask. Stay low key.
Word.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but that coronavirus, like I said, I've been seeing more and more. It just pop up more and more. Like I'm like, yo, like I don't know, motherfuckers starting to make that
It's
shit
gotten
look like it's
closer
getting
and closer,
serious,
like,
yo.
Yeah, it is getting a little
It
closer.
said San Francisco went in state emergency about the shit. But yeah, like more shit's going on. Like they talking about school. They need to start making plans for if they gotta shut schools down and shit. What they gonna do around that? Like they really talking about that shit really getting serious type
A
shit, yo.
worldwide pandemic.
Yeah, like they talking
No,
about it
for real, though.
could get they talking about it could be like turn into a pandemic.
Yeah,
All because y'all niggas couldn't keep the fucking few people y'all knew had it in a room, yo. Y'all knew these niggas got it, and y'all know that shit's contagious. Why y'all letting them niggas leave, yo? You know what I mean?
know, man.
Damn, yo.
It's just
Y'all
wild.
out here containing fucking all these motherfuckers everywhere else illegally and shit. Y'all can't contain these 8 infected people in this room and just until y'all figure the shit out, yo. Man, now that shit's everywhere.
It might get ugly.
Yeah, it's getting wild, yo. Shit's crazy.
2020.
There was some shady shit around the one doctor that died from it and shit.
Yeah.
You ain't see that shit? It was like cause he was trying to come forth about the shit or whatever, and like I guess he was receiving pressure and like not to make it. He was trying to basically let people know how big of a deal this shit actually could be, and like cause it started there, and they wasn't trying to really like they was like on him about like, yo, don't put that shit out there, and like he was catching flack about that shit. And then like all of a sudden, you feel me? All of a sudden nigga contracted while he was fucking trying to help the people with the shit.
And he ended up
You
dying.
know what I'm saying? And he died of it. And then like a day or so later they was talking about potential Met got a cure, working on a cure or whatever. I don't know, but I read some articles around that shit with him dying and shit. It's some shiesty shit around that nigga's death, yo. That's some bullshit.
That's fucked up.
That's some bullshit right there, yo. But
Hopefully.
We gonna be
Stay
alright. We
safe.
gonna be alright,
Yeah,
yo.
it's gonna be
Stay safe out here. Don't be around coughing folks. You know what I mean? Like try to
Wash your hands.
If you're at work, if you sick,
Don't come.
don't come. It's called
Niggas
off.
got
Work
sick
from
days,
home,
yo.
You know what I'm saying? Take a sick day. Let me just come to work and get.
Sometimes
everybody
it's
else
good to
sick,
just
you
take
know?
a sick day, even if you're not sick, yo. Get some mental health day, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I be
take a
having to
break.
take one of them
You know
every
what
once
I'm
in a
saying?
while, bro.
Most definitely.
That ass.
Yeah, that's important too.
But no, Reggie, definitely. Thanks for coming, man. It was definitely a good convo, good talk.
Appreciate it.
Good to have you. Definitely want to keep in touch, man. I want to get some.
Greta,
some shit done.
I do want to put the other picture on the camera. We couldn't frame it in this framer, so we just left one off. But I just want to show it to the camera.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got Malcolm, Martin,
Shit hard.
and the late Nipsey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just wanted to show
Appreciate
that
that,
off for a
Those are
minute.
beautiful.
Dope piece.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I guess
This
that's
was dope, man.
I guess that's about all we got. Yeah. So,
Right.
fuck it, we can cut that.
All right, man. We
Call
out.
it.
Until next week, baby.
Trying to roll another one up, Jeff?
Yeah, I'll roll another. Dude, what kind of hoodie is this? It's just kind of hard, yo. Oh, that's a Fear of God? For real?
What happened?
That's a Jerry Lorenzo?
Yeah.